Hi lovebugs, hope everyone is having a great day today. For those of you that do not know, my name is Kayla Wallace and I'm so happy and grateful you decided to click on this video today. This specific topic came to me after I had begun working on a specific workbook. So, the workbook that I am working on is called Getting Unshy. Be bold, be authentic, build your dream brand. And it's by a content creator that I've recently been connected with on TikTok, and her name is Jada West. So in this workbook, there was a question that was posed. And the question was, what was the last thing I did that made me feel alive? And at first it was like, I didn't really know how to answer it. I can't help but hear that question and think that if it wasn't something like skydiving or something crazy, that it's like, did it really make me feel alive? But then I was reminded that literally back in March, I actually went back to my former college. And when I was in college, I actually was part of a modeling troupe on campus. And we did different fashion shows from other organizations. We also hosted our own too. And when I went back for this specific fashion show, they had a time in the show where it was time for alumni to walk. And I was there with a girlfriend of mine, and we were kind of looking at each other. We weren't planning to walk or anything, and we were like, But then we saw some other people that we knew during our time at school, and they kind of were calling us over. And in that moment, I just felt really compelled to just do it, because I was just like, why not? It had been right before COVID happened was the last time I had did a show, and that was 4 years ago, which is crazy. So it had been 4 years since I had actually walked in an actual, fashion show and did the whole runway thing and everything. And it made me feel alive, truly. Walking in that show literally made me feel alive. The timing of the fashion show, also with the fact that I'm now truly, diving into being a content creator, I cannot discount the fact that I know that God is orchestrating these things for a reason, to spur these different conversations, to spur these questions that I need to be asking myself. For the thing that made me feel alive to be something that allowed myself to shine, to allow my creativity to shine, I think it really highlights the fact that I truly have been pushing down certain parts of myself because I felt like they were less than, or that they were parts that I didn't need or that I shouldn't be focusing on. When COVID happened and I had to move back home to finish out my senior year to actually finish out my junior year and my senior year of college, both, it truly put a damper on so many things. Oh my gosh. As I'm sitting here, like right before COVID happened, y'all, I actually participated in an art show. And I'm sitting here like, how am I forgetting these things? I can show you guys, I'll probably insert a picture. I did my first ever, actually not my first ever art show, because my first art show was actually in high school. So I did art in high school. I was actually in the AP art class, and we had this big art show at the end of the year to just like celebrate all of our accomplishments. And then at college, there was an art show that preceded this annual event that was held within the Black community, and it was the Black Excellence Gala. And just to have a chance to showcase my art, I think even I ended up selling one of my artworks from that as well too. And to just now, as I sit here and think about it, the fact that I allowed COVID in my environment to not allow me to cultivate and nurture the creativity that I've always had inside of me. Wow. Like the fact that there were so many big things coming about, I was doing the modeling. I was feeling so confident in that. I even was posting on social media, but that was for a different reason. So I can sit here now. I don't want to act like, oh, I should have did XYZ, because I can't go back in time. Past Kayla can't do it, but I do want to look at what can I change in my present so that my future does not reflect my past. I don't want to, growing up, I always felt like my smarts was more recognized and was more important than my creativity ever was. since probably first grade, I remember being told by my mom that, oh, Kayla, you're so smart, you're gonna be a lawyer. Because I remember she would ask me those questions like, oh, but I want to be a doctor, but I was like, I didn't want to deal with blood, and I didn't want to deal with, like, people crying or anything. And just like with so many people, my mom, she saw my intelligence, and I appreciate that, but I feel like because she didn't want me to maybe fall into the same circumstances that she had, because she saw this one thing that I was good at and didn't focus on these 5 other things that I was good at, this is all that I got praised for. This is all that I felt was important in my life. Because I'm sure in elementary school, I probably was drawing. And I was drawing. I remember I used to doodle on my notes and stuff. I do remember art classes. I loved arts and crafts. Actually, I did dancing growing up too. But yet, because school was such a constant for me, and I feel like I also received so much gratification and, praise for my schoolwork, it wired something in me that made me feel like this is what's important, Kayla. Go after this. Yeah, you might be good at art, but it don't matter. You can do that on the weekends. This is what you need to focus on. And I'm now seeing how the implications of that have transpired in my life and how I am still holding on to certain thought patterns that I simply don't want to anymore. I don't want to hold on to that. Yes, I'm a marketing girly. I work in corporate America. I'm so grateful for the job that God has blessed me with because it truly has afforded me to live this lifestyle. But it's like my smarts have allowed me to survive to this point, but I know that my creativity will truly allow me to thrive. Oh my gosh! I've been surviving because I felt that my intelligence is the only thing that can take me far in life. When in reality, it's both that will take me far in life. It's not to say that I'm gonna quit my job, become a nomad, and I'm only gonna make art all day. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that I deserve to make time for what makes me feel good. And when I tell y'all, when I was on that runway, I felt good. Oh my God. There were crowds of people, but I was there on that runway. I'm looking at the photographer. I'm actually gonna insert a picture from the fashion show too. Oh my gosh, I felt so alive. And because it was something where just by me being me, people saw me. I'm so excited for this chapter of being a content creator in my life because this is truly, fully, and authentically me. And to know and trust that God will allow me to shine through while also allowing his love and his light to shine through me as well. Also, a couple weeks ago, I decided to put on music and I just started dancing. I was just dancing in my apartment all by myself. And it was fun and I felt good. And then that brings me back to my childhood. I actually did grow up taking dance classes. I took ballet and tap. But it was unfortunately when my mom was going through a divorce, that's when I had to, step away from dance just because of the time commitment. Then in high school, I did cheerleading. It's like, you do a little dance, a little 1-2, but it ain't like dancing. College, being a part of the modeling troupe as well. We did different dance numbers for different fashion shows and events and things. And I'm just realizing how I have truly not been nourishing my creativity the way that it needs to. And I also have to acknowledge the fact that during COVID, and this is me I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place a little bit, but also during COVID, that was also when I had started taking graphic designing for others serious. And in my mind, as I think back, I feel that because the graphic design was bringing in money, I guess I was like, oh, well, this is me using my creativity and also making money. Certain things that I create don't have to be shown to everyone. Will I be showing y'all every time I'm dancing in my living room? I will not. So don't even expect that from me. Do I have to post every single piece of art that I draw or paint on my Instagram story? No, I don't. Do I have to share every poem? I even wrote poetry growing up. Y'all, oh my gosh. I just want to formally apologize to my inner Kayla, to my inner child, because I have not been allowing and giving us the time and space to do the things that make us feel good. And being a creative, making art, dancing, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel so much inner self-love. And I'm just so blessed that a question of what made me feel alive was able to bring up these thoughts and these things that I want to change for myself in order to be better. Because I can admit that I truly have been in a state of surviving. Even though, I'm living on my own, I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing. But I look around this apartment, and when I tell y'all, there's still so many gray walls that need to be filled with my art. This is the first art piece that I put up. I moved here in October. It's now April. And I put this up end of March. So there are changes that I need to make. And I'm excited to make them. And as I make them, I want to share them, certain things with y'all. Not everything, because y'all can't get everything. I got to say some things from me. But I'm excited the fact that as I dive more into my creativity and what makes me feel good, I know and I trust that I will be inspiring y'all to do the same. And that makes me excited. That makes me feel good. And that makes all this worth it. Yes, I can sit and look at the fact that I haven't been making art and doing the things that I want to do, or I can shift and say, what can I do? And what I'm going to do, I have a Lego set that I'm going to finish, and I'm about to work on that. I'm going to make some shrimp tacos tonight, and it's going to be a good night as well, because I'm doing what feels good for me. Yes, there are, of course, certain self-discipline things that I still have to keep. Yes, I'm still going to make sure I sweep up when the floor is dirty. Yes, I'm going to make sure I'm at work at 9 a.m. because I need to get paid. Actually, payday tomorrow, too. Hello. But I can also respect that. Yes, there are certain parameters that I've set in my life, but I also can allow myself to simply have fun and to be able to create for my own enjoyment and also to inspire you all as well. So I'm excited. Yeah. Oh, I love just being able to talk through certain things that you don't realize all the connecting dots that we have inside of us, our brains, between our heart. And it's beautiful that I am now learning how to bridge the two. And as I align my brain and my heart, it's really all feeding my soul so much. So I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful that you guys were able to hear from me and that I was able to share this with y'all, and just for my own inner revelations that I'm able to have. The question I posed for you all: what was the last thing you did that made you feel alive? It can be something as little as sitting outside and feeling the wind against your skin, or maybe something as crazy as going axe throwing or something. Who knows? But when you answer that question, go beneath the surface. Yes, I'm sure you'll probably have some straightforward answer, but really see, like, why did that make you feel good, and how can you continue to recreate those moments of feeling good and feeling alive. I appreciate you all for watching this video with me today. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content from yours truly. Have a good one.